Hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I am here tonight to share mystery stamping with you. And mystery stamping is just an amazingly fun creative prompt that I do monthly here on my Facebook page. And it's a good way to get the creative juices flowing. So I give you the clues in advance. That's what we call, when we're doing mystery stamping, we call the measurements, we call that the clues. And that is so that if you would like to join me in this creative endeavor, I would love for you to do that. Now, I give them to you ahead of time so that you can bring your project with you to my Facebook Live, or you can upload it later. And this is sweetstamper.com is my blog, and that's where you can find everything. You can find my socials there. You can find my email newsletter, which you're going to want to subscribe to, because I do give free tutorials every month and lots of goodies on there and notification of my classes and so many things. So you're going to want to get my email news. If you go to sweetstamper.com, you'll see the sign up link for that. But you'll also see my videos I post on there. So they are downloaded to YouTube, and then I share them on my blog. And lots of other good things that you can sign up for, things that you might want to know about. So, welcome to Thursday night stamping. Now, we are going to dig in here in just a moment. Before I do, I will not be here live next week. I will actually be on vacation in Florida with my youngest child. Alexander lives in North Carolina. He and his wife and 4 children are going to be at Disney World, and we are joining them for a few days. So I will not be here. If I can, I am going to get a video done ahead of time and have it scheduled for your viewing pleasure. Okay. Now, let me give you the lowdown. These are the papers that I am featuring for Candy's Card Club for May, and that is the springboard for my mystery stamping tonight. Mystery stamping I typically do in conjunction, or I should say as an add-on feature for Candy's Card Club. Each month I choose a bundle. And for May, I've chosen Sunset Coast. This is from our upcoming May catalog. And this is our May to August catalog. It's actually part of a whole suite. And I'm featuring the whole suite in Card Club this month. So that means that there are 3 elements in the suite. I'm featuring all 3. And so there's the bundle, the paper, and these beautiful Sunset Coast or Sunset Sparkle sequins. So with Card Club for May, the bundle is not included. You can add that if you would like. You may already have this by the time your Card Club ships. It will be available beginning May the 5th. You will get a half pack of this gorgeous designer series paper. Now this is a half pack right here because there are 6 designs, so you will get 4 of each. And I find that's really a good amount for you to not only complete your Card Club projects, but you'll have a lot of fun with some other things too. Hey Linda, I'm so glad that you are joining me from Minnesota. Welcome, welcome. So these are gorgeous scenes. They all have this little bit of pearlescent that looks like the sun shining on the water. So you have sunrises, you have sunsets, and a little bit of some stormy seas, and they're just, the color palette is absolutely stunning. You almost don't want to cut the paper, but I'm going to encourage you to cut the paper. And then the back of all of these gives you these lovely watercolor wash backgrounds that are so versatile. So you get a half a pack of this paper with Candy's Card Club. You get the whole pack of sequins and you get a roll of Timid Tiger ribbon. So this is the ribbon I'm using to tie in all the sunrises and sunsets. And one of the things I endeavor to do with Candy's Card Club is use all the stamps and all the dies, or pretty close. Now, the dies, a number of them are out because we're already prepping, but they're pretty large. So when you look at them here, they're not like that. They're much larger, as you will be able to tell on my projects. And then we're going to make an extra fun fold tonight. And that is free for anybody to, I give the instructions, the measurements ahead of time. They will also be in my email news. And you will also have the video as a demonstration. Hello, Corinne. Welcome, welcome, and thank you for sharing my video. So let me show you the projects for May. These beautiful sunsets we are making good use of. And then I'm going to help you stretch a little bit. So there's this beautiful water stamp. I love it. And then here's the back of one of those pieces of paper. You get these lovely little shell. Hey, Gail, I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. You get these lovely shells. They are beautiful. And then you get the fishnet. So many good, and I love the greetings in this. Then I use the back of one of those sunsets. Hey, Dolly, welcome, welcome. And yeah, this paper is to die for. So here we did a little torn edge, and because it looks to me like the sea. And here's one of those die cuts. Now with Candy's Card Club, all of this die cutting is done for you, every bit of it. So when you get your packet, it's ready to stamp and assemble. Here's another scene card where we're using that paper and tearing it and using some of the stamps, because I do like to use the stamps. Now, I always have at least 2 fun folds, and then we're going to do one tonight. So that gives you an extra idea. This is actually a pillar card. So this will stand up, which is really nice. Now you have a little place in here to write your message. Hey, Crystal, I'm so glad you're here. And then for this one, I really jazzed it up, and really good retirement card. And then I like to put the little die cuts even on the little place where you are going to write your greeting. Now this is the way when Candy's Card Club packets come, this is how they come. So you can see all the die cuts are in there ready to go. Everything is organized, and your 2 envelopes, you've got one here and then one here because I do them in pairs. Okay, so now for anybody and everybody, but especially my Card Club people, I want them to have an extra project they can make with their Card Club elements. So this is our mystery stamping card tonight. This is the original, and it's just a sweet little fun fold. And I love, 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 if you've been around here at all, I love to do these cards, these fun fold cards, where the back is actually just a 1/4 piece of cardstock. It definitely saves on your paper. It's a bit lighter weight for mailing, which is helpful. And then what you can do, you have just, I like this because it's just enough room there to write a small message. If you wanted to make it into a gift card holder, you could honestly put a mini glue dot here and just stick it down, and then you're ready to go. You don't need a pocket all the time. If you really wanted a pocket, I would put a pocket right here on the back, but it's not essential. Okay, so Corinne is saying that some of the designer paper makes perfect color for the shells. Yes, because the colors are just, I mean, they are absolutely magical. And you can even see where it looks like, you know, obviously, I say obviously, Stampin' Up, what do you call, artists, they have made these paintings. And so you can even see the canvas on here. So but that's a smart thing, Corinne, that you're using it from the little pieces that, you know, we typically trim. This is 6x6 paper. We trim it down. So that's a smart thing to do where you're using that little scrap. Sometimes we put that on the inside of a card, but that's a great way to use it because those, the shells are very small. So this is my original. Then I went to make it again and I accidentally got my measurements wrong. So you'll notice that this one is a bit larger. I do think that this particular fun fold is very well suited to scene papers. So again, this is just the designer paper that we're using to fold. And I do like, you don't have to do it this way, and I think my demonstration won't, I like the continuation where everything is the same so that you have that very continuous look when you open the card. Okay, now let's do a demonstration. I'm actually going to do a different paper for my demonstration, and I'm going to make it into a sympathy card. I don't know about you guys, but I have had, I need sympathy cards. It's one of those, I've been featuring them in my Saturday card class. And sometimes I'll go a few months without doing one, and then I'll do one like a couple of months in a row because I just, unfortunately, I need them much more frequently than I wish I did. But you know, a sympathy card, when you need one, you really need one. And I don't really have time to stop and make it at that point. Okay, let's see if I can, oh, now I can get, okay, now I'm getting messages. Oh, Tasha's here. Yeah, Tasha's going to use some of this paper to make some little home decor pieces. I mean, you can just frame the paper. It's stunning. And Tasha is an avid cruiser, so this is right up her alley. Okay, let's see what we can do to kind of change this up and use a different scene paper. Now I'm using, I think it's called Gallery Blooms, and this is from our soon-to-be extinct annual catalog. And it has all these beautiful scenes, and it is carrying over. So I think, I'm still getting my head wrapped around everything. I believe that it is in the online exclusives. Maybe it's in the actual catalog. I don't remember. I bet Corinne can tell me. So I thought, let's do a real quiet paper, a subdued paper, and let's make a sympathy card because that's what I need. Okay, so you'll notice on these, I've used a quarter sheet of cardstock, and I've made a super tight, what I call a micro layer. So this layer here is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So I'm using this to give me that continuous look because the inside is not. So I went ahead and picked up this piece and I'm using that as my background. So just changing things up a little bit. Part of that is to show you how you can change it. I like to give you different ways to showcase the versatility of my little mystery stamping project. See how tight that layer is? Now I do find that when you're trying to line this up, if you'll take it corner to corner, it usually will then go all the way around. Okay, so Corinne, if it's not in the catalog, it is in the online exclusives. It's not on the last chance list, I can tell you that. Now, in my directions, I told you that you can score this. It's designer paper, so it's fairly thin, and sometimes, you know, with designer paper in particular, it's actually easier and sometimes a little bit more accurate. Of course, where is my bone folder? Let's see. Here we go. To just fold it in half. I do much prefer my cardstock to be scored ahead of time. Now let's see if I got my measurements right this time, or if I'm gonna have to get my trimmer out. Oh no, look at there. So this I felt like would be really pretty for a sympathy card. So that's where we're going to go. And again, that just shows you that you can take this same fun fold card and give a little bit of comfort while also bringing some interest to a sympathy card. I also like this because you don't, I think this is off. No, it's off. Okay, it's right. You don't have a lot of room to write. Sometimes less is more with sympathy cards. You know, sometimes there really are just no words. So why do I want to try to fill up an entire card when I just really want to write a few words, thinking of you at this time, praying for you? You know, that's kind of it. Okay, so that is going to go here, and that's going to go here. And here is my original that I'm keying off from. Hey, Jolene, I'm so glad you're joining us from Minnesota. I'm going to take this out from underneath me because I don't really need it tonight. Okay, now, so look at how different, just by going with a really quiet, subdued paper, where this is very, very vibrant, and this one as well. So you can take the exact same project, and you can see I'm not even using anything but regular adhesive. Now, if you're a green glue person, then that's what you would use. But I'm not even using any Stampin' Dimensionals. You know, I'm going super, super simple. This will mail for a single stamp. Now, I do have a little tag here. So I'm using actually the same one that I used on my original. And I'm going to, oh, well now, I'm going to need, that's not going to work. I'm going to end up covering. So sorry for your loss. Okay, let's shift gears, because even there, I don't want to cover all of that up. Okay, I had a piece. Let's see if I can find it. I had a little circle. Haha. I think this will fit. Let's see. Haha, yes. So I used this exact circle from another project, and I'm going to bring that right in here. So sorry for your loss. And this is where also I don't regret having the tag too large, because I think it shows you that you can customize this to the paper that you have, to the sentiment that you're wanting to use, so that you know, you really can mix this up. Now, I have a brush, I have a blending brush, and I could not find the one that I typically use for browns. So I'm going to use the one that I use for oranges, because that's just what I could find. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to take this pumpkin pie. No, pecan pie. Got the wrong kind of pie going here. And I'm just going to give it a soft wash all over. Partly because this is white. If I had planned this in advance, I would have made that vanilla, but I just kind of made it vanilla. And now I'm going to just pop this right here. It kind of functions as a little bit of a handle for my card. And I'm just going to put some seal right here, like so. And let's see, I find if you get the printed words lined up, then you're in good shape. Now, I am going to add, I love these, I love pearls on a sympathy card. I particularly love these antique pearls. The reason I like pearls on a sympathy card is I really don't like, personally, I don't like bling. I feel like it's not appropriate. And I know that a lot of times people, before they're passing away, they're like, I don't want you to mourn. But you know, the reality is we're going to miss the person who has passed away. And so, I find that having something a little bit subdued is the way to go. And these are the antique pearls. They are lovely, and they are not on the last chance list. So I'm still wrapping my head around what is in the actual catalog. and what's on the last chance list. Now, I do think a little bit of linen thread is appropriate. And we'll soften it just a little bit more. And I will also tell you, so this is my original, this is what I'm doing here. And the one that I kind of messed up, I just made it larger by accident. So I'm going to give you these measurements as well as these. And that way, you know, you can use whichever ones, well, you can try them both out. And again, I feel like this particular fun fold is very well suited to your scene paper. You just have to be mindful of, you know, when you're measuring, just kind of give it a think before you start cutting. Ask me why I'm saying that, and I will tell you. So I'm going to just pop that right here. And I feel like that is very, very appropriate. I will also tell you now, I could leave the pearls off if I needed to. But my husband's a pastor. He'll say, do you have a sympathy card? I want one for, you know, I need one for a man. Well, a lot of times our sympathy cards have flowers, and that's fine. You know, I think flowers are appropriate anyway, but I do think a scene like this, a really soft, subdued scene, is really especially nice when you're giving or mailing a sympathy card to a gentleman. I just think it's, you know, it's extra nice. So there we have it. So we have the original. We have card number 2, which is the larger version. I mean, I will say you get more of the scene here. And then here is my sympathy version of the original. And these, the other difference is these have the continuation. This one does not, partly because I didn't really want this Lost Lagoon behind this because, you know, there's no Lost Lagoon here. So I took this other piece to tie in. So that is it for tonight. And if you would like to try your hand at this, this segment, monthly segment of mystery stamping is a couple of months old. And I would love for you to give me your or provide, I guess, share with all of us here in our online community. We would love to see your version of this fun fold. So whatever paper you want to use. Now, I've used a scene paper on all of these. But of course, you could also do this with like a random pattern. It doesn't have to be a scene, but I do like the way it just really kind of makes those scenes shine and stand out in a unique way. So that is it for tonight. Make sure you are subscribed to my email, and you will get you'll get the inspiration sheet with all the measurements and the photos that you can download and save. And that will go out probably go out tonight. I try to send either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday on my emails, so it may go out tomorrow. But anyway, I do love this paper. Thank you for the kudos. I appreciate that ever so much. And don't forget, if you have not already, jump into Candy's Card Club. You'll get everything you need to make these cards, except the cardstock. And then you'll get everything you need to make these 8 cards. And this will help you just dive right into Sunset Coast. You may already have it. You may be ordering it on your own demonstrator number, or you can add it on to your card club. You will get that half pack of the paper. You'll get the whole set of sequins, and you will get the whole roll of Timid Tiger ribbon, all the tutorials for all 8 cards. And you also get a piece of card candy, which I haven't designed yet, but I will have that for you soon. Information for Candy's Card Club is at sweetstamper.com, and I thank you for tuning in. I will not see you next week, but I will be in touch via email. Thanks again for tuning in. Take care, and God bless.